Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado, and Shiva Sai Mandir in Denver, Colorado. And welcome to day 2 of Spring Navaratri 2026. Tonight will be a puja and satsang to the second of the Matrika, the 8 little mothers, and we'll be honoring Maheshwari, the Shakti of Lord Shiva. I'd like to start out with just a brief announcement. Our series will continue tomorrow, and just a reminder that both tomorrow and Sunday, the broadcast will start at noon Denver time, and then on Monday and for the rest of the week, the broadcast will be at 6 p.m. Denver time. Again, welcome and namaste. Anybody who's tuning in live, please feel free to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. So the second of the Matrikas, the little mothers, is the goddess Maheshwari, the consort that is the Shakti of Lord Shiva. And here is a very traditional picture of Lord Shiva, Parvati, in this case known as Maheshwari, and we also have their 2 children, Lord Ganesh with the elephant head, and the warrior god Skanda. And we're going to be talking more about Skanda, also known as Kumar, tomorrow. We'll be honoring his Shakti. Her name means great lady, and she is also known as Rudrani, or the howler, which refers to the fact that she also possesses a more wild and wrathful side to her personality. Maheshwari is typically pictured seated upon Shiva's mount, Nandi the bull, and has either 4 or 6 hands. She has a white complexion, she is 3-eyed, and she holds a trishula or trident, a damaru drum, a garland of beads, a drinking vessel, or an axe. Sometimes, if not seated upon a bull, she is shown seated upon an antelope, and she also holds a kapala, that is a skull bowl, and a serpent adorns her. 1 or 2 serpents adorn her like bracelets. And there's very often a crescent moon in her hair. And similar to her consort, Lord Shiva, her headdress is formed of hair piled into a top knot. Here's another traditional picture of Maheshwari. Sri Maheshwari is also known as Krodha Nashina, meaning she who is the destroyer of the demon named Krodha, which means wrath or anger. This is the poison that she helps to purify. She helps to purify our anger. And she bestows worshippers with the ability to transcend anger. So Nandi the bull, Shiva's mount, and again, she's also pictured with an antelope. And Nandi the bull symbolizes growth and our ability to flourish. And here's a traditional sculpture of Nandi. Antelopes, her alternative mount, symbolize grace, strength, intelligence, and they are representations of strong character. And this is a typical antelope that one might see in India. The 3 eyes, or Trinetra, is the ability to perceive different states of consciousness. Maheshwari's white skin represents purity, cleanliness, peace, and knowledge. Some Hindu religious leaders will cover themselves with white ashes to represent their spiritual rebirth. White is also the color of mourning in many Eastern traditions, and hence it signifies Lord Shiva's function as destroyer. Her trident, or Trishula, which we can see in our painting here, represents the powers of creation, preservation, and destruction. Also, the three main energy channels of the subtle body, Ida, Pingala, and Shushumna, Shushumna being the central channel through which Kundalini rises in acts of meditation. Also, the powers of three divine functions, Icha Shakti, the power of will, Jnana Shakti, the power of knowledge, and Kriya Shakti, the power of action. And here is an illustration of a more wrathful Maheshwari, pictured here with her trident. The asana that you see her in with the one crossed leg is a position that signifies victory. Victory over our inner demons. Her mala, very often made of rudraksha seeds, represents the power of mantra and meditation. Sometimes she is pictured with a water pot, and the pot symbolizes the powers of Mother Earth and the giving of life, and also acts of devotion, the ceremony known as Puja. Sometimes she is also shown with an axe, similar to the one carried by her son, Lord Ganesha, and this represents the power to destroy obstacles. And she's also shown with a drinking vessel, usually a kapala or skull bowl, and this represents the transformation of consciousness. Namaste to Jamie and Gail, who are joining right now. Being pictured with a serpent or bracelets made of serpents. This again represents the rising of Kundalini and the benefits of meditation. The crescent moon in her hair, this is an attribute also of Lord Shiva. And her crown of hair piled upon her head. Like Shiva, she is the protector of the moon. And her top knot represents the Himalaya mountains, especially Mount Kailash, the abode of both Shiva and Shakti. And here's an illustration of Mount Kailash that looks very much like Shiva's top knot. Also, there's a strong resemblance to a Shiva lingam as well. Maheshwari, also known as Parvati, is the devoted wife of Shiva, and as I said before, the mother of Ganesha and Skanda. And there's Mount Kailash behind in this particular sculpture. Her other forms include Ma Durga and Ma Kali, the fighters of our inner demons, as in the story that I read yesterday. And in the form of Kali or Durga, her mount is either a lion or a tiger, or Shiva himself in a corpse-like position. And in this case, Shiva really represents us. We are essentially dead until we allow that divine Shakti to touch our lives. Sometimes in her more even wrathful forms like Chamunda, she is positioned upon a corpse, and that represents our ability to transcend our fear of death. In some depictions, she also merges with Lord Shiva into Ardhanarishvara, the union of Shiva and Shakti, masculine on one side, feminine on the other, and hence both the dynamic and receptive polarities functioning together in perfect harmony. Chakra correspondences for Maheshwari would include the second chakra, Svadhisthana, the second chakra, the sexual center where the physical, Shiva and Shakti, unite. And also the sixth chakra, Ajna chakra, also known as the third eye, where the energetic Kundalini Shakti also unites with Shiva, the goal of meditational practice. Depending on the tradition, her corresponding direction will either be north or southeast. And the Maheshwari are also the merchant caste originating from the Indian state of Rajasthan in the northern part of the country. Thus, Maheshwari can also be called upon in matters of business and commerce. So the benefits of Maheshwari Yogini sadhana could include perfection, positivity, good health, success in our endeavors, wealth gaining, immunity, security, peace, prosperity, meditation, and also the forever blessings of the Divine Mother. I'll be sharing with you her Gayatri mantra as part of our invocations when our puja begins. And her seed mantra, which we'll be using, is the syllable im, usually spelled I-I-M, but pronounced like a double E. And so the main mantra we'll be using is Om Im Namah. Jai Ma Maheshwari. Jai Ma Maheshwari. Jai Ma Maheshwari Namah. Jai Ma. So I invite you to find a comfortable seated position where you can look upon your screen and our altar with a relaxed gaze. Find a position where your back can be straight. Maybe roll the shoulders back to open the chest. And let's begin with some deep, slow breathing. As with yesterday, we'll be doing a puja and a mantra recitation and also a guided meditation. But breathe away the cares and concerns of the day. Breathe in grounding, breathe in centering, and a desire to focus on the present moment. And focusing your breath on your heart center. Taking a moment to silently connect with that divine presence within yourself. Knowing that divine presence is there to give guidance, to give protection, to give healing and resolution. And take a moment to again think about the issue or issues that you were working towards during this Navaratri season, be it the resolution of some issue in your life or physical healing or mental healing or spiritual healing. Or advice or direction. And this can be for yourself or somebody close to you. And again, I invite you to silently repeat to yourself your personal intention, your personal sankalpa. for this Navaratri season. State it silently 3 times. And acknowledge that in taking part in these practices, you're taking a giant step toward bringing these issues toward resolution. And slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Let's begin our practice by chanting the syllable Im 3 times. Deep inhalation for Im. Second deep inhale. Third deep inhale. Jai Maheshwari. Jai Maheshwari. Jai Maheshwari. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yashmare Pandarikaksham Sabya Byanta Sushi Om Shuklam Bharadhanam Vishnum Seshivanam Shatobijam Prasnavanam Dayat Sava Vigno Pasantaye Jaganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Jai Guru. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Bandhanan Michur Mukshiyam Amritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Devi Prapanote Hare Prasida Prasida Matara Jagata Kilasya Prasida Vishvesvara Pe Vishvam Tvamishwara Devi Chachara Charasya Jema Devi. Om Parustya Vijaya Vidmaye Miruga Hastaya Dimai Tano Maheshwari Prachodayat. Jai Maheshwari. Om to the generator of victory, whom we know, the power of animals, whom we contemplate. Through Maheshwari, we are enlightened. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So I invite you to join me in chanting Om Im Namah. 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 Namah. Om 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 Namah. And I invite you to continue chanting with me. Om Namah. 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 Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma Maheshwari. Feel the power of the mantra around you and within. And I invite you to sit comfortably with your back straight. Close your eyes gently and continue breathing slowly and deeply. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And with each breath, let your body relax, especially your hips, your lower abdomen, and pelvis. And let your attention drop to the area just below the navel, the lower belly. This is your Svadhisthana chakra, the second chakra, the center of your emotions, of your creativity, of pleasure and flow. The place of the water element. And if it helps, I invite you to gently place your hand there, if it helps you to connect. And I invite you to visualize a vast, dark blue light above you. The light is calm, expansive, and infinite, like a night sky. And I invite you to silently repeat after me. I invoke Maheshwari, the great mother of vast wisdom and compassionate presence. I invoke Maheshwari, the great mother of vast wisdom and compassionate presence. I invoke Maheshwari, the great mother of vast wisdom and compassionate presence. And begin to imagine the deep blue light slowly descending into your body through the crown of your head and resting in the lower abdomen. And as Maheshwari's energy enters your lower abdomen, begin to visualize a silvery white crescent moon reflected in a still dark ocean, shimmering with gentle waves and blending with deep and dark light of the night sky above. And let this create a luminous, sacred energy and wisdom guiding emotion and clarity within feeling. And let this combined light of the silvery moon and the dark sky gently move like water into your lower abdomen. And as it flows, feel the release. Emotional blockages being released. Guilt and shame being released. And fear around intimacy being released. And silently affirm, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. So I'm going to do some repetitions of Maheshwari's seed mantra, Im. And you're welcome to join me, inhaling silently, Im, exhaling silently, Im. And feel that vibration in your lower abdomen, bringing peace, peace, peace. Im, 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 Im. And I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the repetition, and allow yourself to simply feel fluid energy in your pelvis. Spacious awareness holding it. And calm, wise presence within sensation. And feel that energy within you flowing. Vast and still. And then slowly place both hands on your lower belly and take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. And feel grounded, centered, and emotionally clear. And take a second deep breath in and slowly release. Becoming aware of your whole body again and the space around you. And then take a third deep and clearing breath. And slowly open your eyes. Devi Prapanote Hare Prasida Prasida Matada Jagata Kilasya Prasida Vishvesvara Pe Vishvam Tvameshwara Devi Chachara Charasya. Jai Ma Maheshwari. Jai Ma Maheshwari. Jai Ma Maheshwari Devi Namah. And I invite you to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center and feel the Divine Mother's presence within. And hold that feeling, knowing she is always there to guide you, to teach you, to heal you. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Happiness to all living things. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Om Tat Sat Om. Jai Ganesha, Jai Guru, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Ma Devi, Jai Ma Maheshwari, Jai Ma Maheshwari, Jai Ma Maheshwari, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. And namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. And thank you so very much. Jai Ma. So I hope you enjoyed that this evening. I want to thank Jamie and Gail and Zigzag for joining on YouTube and everyone joining live. Thank you again. Just a reminder, I'm looking forward to you joining me at noon tomorrow for the next installment of this series. We'll be honoring Kamari, the great, powerful Shakti of Kumar, also known as Skanda, the slayer of demons. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Thank you again. Have a wonderful night. Namaste.